Well, we had a wonderful crowd. Beautiful night for baseball until about the 7th, whenever the North Wind decided to join us. I thought Ben was very solid, gave us a great, solid, stable start. We did some things on offense at times that were very exciting. Tremendous number of quality bats stacked together. Pretty impressive. Some big league swings by Schubert, Benj, Riggio. Some good, gritty, tough at bats built in there around it. And it's strange. Like, learning how to play with a sizable lead is a unique skill, because in baseball, to get up whatever it was, I don't know, 13-1 or something. And then there's still a number of frames and a lot of pitches left to be played. And sometimes the edge and the quality of focus and the high level with which you're operating loses a tiny bit of its connection, because you let the score take you off of that level. And maybe that happened just for a moment, but they competed and continued to come at us, and compliments to them for fighting back and putting some runs up late. And then our kids did a good job in the 7th, putting 2 back up just to keep control of the game. But so there were some real positives for a number of guys in our lineup, and once again, Ben was solid.
You mentioned Ben. How has he progressed this year, and what have you seen from him?
Well, he's progressed really good. He's been a man about everything since the day he got here. I love his determination. Marley, want to talk to you? I love his determination. I love his maturity. I love how serious he takes this. I love the loyalty that he's put on display, even in a very short amount of time since he's been here. I very much believe in him, and I think probably compliments to him. He needed to feel that, and he feels that here. And I like what he brings to the mound with his presence. I always respected him when competing against him, and thought he had a good mound presence to him. And I like it when he goes out there and pitches for us. I feel like he's going to really give us leadership on the mound, and that he's pitching for the team. And there's something to that. And I think our guys play well around him. So I just like his vibe. I think there's a good energy about who he is as a pitcher. Early in the year, his role was kind of moving around a little bit, because that's where we were at as a staff. And since he's kind of settled about the Arizona State game, it's been really good. So really, really proud of him.
Is he the gritty workhorse that you need?
Well, he's a guy that has been around the block, and he's seen enough things in his experience as a college athlete that he knows who he is now, and he knows how he wants to go out. And he's a good example with his work ethic. He's been a good mentor to some of the young pitchers to really kind of help them understand how to capitalize on this experience. And most importantly, though, he's pitching good baseball, and that's what we needed from him.
You've got a lot of guys hitting home runs right now. I think Rock, though, now has the lead with 8. And when you look at Rock, you don't necessarily think home run hitter right off the bat, but what about him? Is he able to generate power?
He has elite bat speed. Bat speed is something that can be measured now. Used to, you could see it with your eyes. Now it's measurable. He has elite bat speed. He also has an elite swing plane, and the bat comes through the zone in ideal positions. So despite him not being overly tall, his bat moves fast and moves correctly.
Is that something that's taught, or is that just something that he does naturally?
Sometimes it's a gift. Sometimes it can be learned. Sometimes it's both. I mean, certainly it comes with hard work, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But some of those things are there. That's why some of us have talent, a little bit of talent, like if you're going to talk to that guy, he has some talent. I'm not sure he can tell you exactly how and why he does some things, but his talent, and he knows what he's doing in there, and his talent lets him do some things that, quite honestly, as a coach, I can't teach him to do. He knows how to do it internally. So that's a little bit of a strong push for your DNA, as far as your upbringing, the naturalness with which some guys play this game. But Rock has some high qualities.
What about Benj tonight too? What did you? I know he's sitting right there, but
well, he stays inside the ball. He's aggressive. He's confident. Believes in himself. Likes what he's doing. He's difficult to pitch to. He's got a flexible swing that he can go both ways. not afraid to put the ball in play with 2 strikes. He's got a good short memory. A lot of good things.
The inning too, where you guys jumped on him with Schubert's and then Carson on back.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't know, my 24th or 5th year of coaching. And there's some instances when you sit in the dugout and you see certain things, you just kind of go, that's pretty neat, that's pretty special. Those are pretty high level qualities that you see in some players. And I see that in Nolan for a freshman. I see that in this guy, even though it's his second year, it's his first year to play. So yeah, they show you some pretty special stuff.
I think Schubert's home run came on a 3-0 count. What about a freshman? Do you give a green light to?
Not many. His first one was on I think.
Yeah.
I think his base hits are right.
Oh, okay.
Nolan is about as emotionally stable and mentally skilled as any freshman I've seen in quite some time. There's a very in control young man between the lines.
Are you pleased with the bounce back this week? You still got a game tomorrow, obviously, but the way you guys have bounced back after Lubbock and everything.
We don't take some things as hard as maybe people think we do. We've learned to do the very best we can every single day, and then learn from it and leave it behind and move forward, and try to be as best as we can of being in the moment. Were we disappointed with that? We were. Did we get past it? We had no choice. Does it do any good to dwell on past losses? Only to learn from what happened so that you can try to prevent it again. And I believe in these kids. I told them that after the loss on Sunday. It wasn't a chew out session. It was a session of motivation to realize, had we done a few things better, what the outcome could have been. And it was more empowering probably than it was anything. So yes, we're trying to move it forward every day, and we're trying to see what we can become rather than ever get caught up